please like, subscribe, and share. This is a video series on lifestyle nutrition. My previous video was about preconception and conception and nutrition. So this is about the first trimester of pregnancy and what you need to know about your nutrition and your health. So the first trimester, really all you need, most women who are of average weight only need 100 extra calories a day, and your macronutrient distribution stays the same, which is your amount of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. One thing that does change is that you will need a prenatal supplement, vitamins and minerals, and the needs in pregnancy change. One thing, for example, is your folate goes from 400 UI to 600 UI to minimize neural tube defects and the development of the neural tube in the fetus, so that your baby does not get spina bifida, or it's minimized. One thing that you will expect is morning sickness. But morning sickness is a blessing and a curse. It's a curse to the mother, but it's a blessing to the baby, because it helps to protect the baby from things like pterogens, which are like environmental contaminants. So the mother's morning sickness will make her want to avoid things that could possibly harm her baby. One of those things is excessive caffeine, alcohol, and smoking, and yucky, smelly chemicals, and the smell of rotten things, and all of those things. One thing I found that when I was pregnant is I couldn't go near my herb garden. And some herbs are very toxic to pregnancy. The morning sickness is nature's way of protecting the baby. So definitely, like I said, like I just mentioned, alcohol, caffeine, smoking, and chemicals, and things that like listeria, things that can cause food poisoning, are the things that you need to stay away from to avoid miscarriage. And so the things that cause miscarriage, I had 4 miscarriages, are environmental toxins like pterogens, genetic abnormalities, and food poisoning, and sometimes excessive stress. So my miscarriages were caused from taking a drug that was taken off the market for postpartum depression. Pretty sure that's what caused it. When I got off of that drug, I was able to have my son. I went through 4 miscarriages. So don't blame yourself for miscarriages, unless, it's very unlikely that you have done anything, and it's nature's way as well. With genetic abnormalities, I did lose a baby who had trisomy 1, and the baby has to form 4 chambers in his heart. We all have 4 chambers, and he couldn't do that because of that genetic abnormality. It's very, very horrible thing to go through, but don't give up. I had my son. So yes, prenatal vitamin supplements. Stay away from high levels of things like vitamin A. That's a pterogen, and there is vitamin toxicity. So definitely talk to your doctor about that. Go and see your doctor when you become pregnant, and keep seeing your doctor, your family doctor, all the way through your pregnancy. That's very important. So with morning sickness, one thing that helps is eating small, frequent meals. Eating meals that are not greasy, that are not overly spicy. Definitely, you're going to listen to your body anyway, because it's gonna let you know. Yes, your body will definitely let you know if you have morning sickness, what you can and cannot have. But some women don't have morning sickness. So, it's important to know the things that you have to stay away from to minimize your baby having any problems, and to minimize miscarriage as well. So eating small, frequent meals, staying hydrated helps with constipation, which is a hormonal problem through pregnancy. Prune juice is a natural remedy that helps with constipation, and it's really great for children. It's like high in potassium and vitamin C and iron, so it nourishes you and it helps your bowels move as well. Ginger is one of the herbs that you can take during pregnancy that helps with morning sickness. You go to the health food store and you can get ginger taps, but definitely talk to your doctor about that as well. Um, Staying away from fish that are high in mercury. So you need omega 3s, but you want to stay away from fish that are high in mercury. So you want cold water fish. In my book, it says not to have salmon oil, but it all depends on the source and the quality of the salmon oil to whether or not it's going to have high mercury levels. So you definitely want to stay away from high mercury levels. You want to stay away from unpasteurized food that could possibly cause listeria or anything that could cause food poisoning. You really want to be careful with the foods that you eat, that things are well cooked and that you're practicing really good hygiene and food safety in the kitchen. Um, Eat a well-rounded diet. Definitely, try to include as much diversity in your foods that you can, that are within that safe range, or the first trimester of pregnancy, or pregnancy as a whole, as a total. Definitely, I would suggest getting a book called What to Expect When You're Expecting. This was my son's pregnancy planner, and it was an offshoot of that book, What to Expect When You're Expecting. It's a wonderful book because it takes you through every week of your pregnancy, every month and every week in your baby's development, what's going on in your body. It's just a wonderful way of sort of empowering through your pregnancy. I read it through every single one of my pregnancies. Every single one of my pregnancies was completely different because all of my children were different. So yeah, you only need 100 extra calories in the first trimester because your body will nourish the very beginning development of the baby. It's a very critical period from 1 to 16 weeks for birth defects. So you want to be very careful. Listen to your body. Any morning sickness or sensitivities or aversions that you have, definitely listen to that. I was so devastated that I could not drink coffee in my pregnancies. My body wanted nothing to do with that. And even the caffeine and chocolate, I even had to stay away from chocolate. But listen to your body and have a healthy and beautiful first trimester.